Okay, first things first, my name's Kenneth Bird. I'm the Equivoque screen paint using ambient light rejection technology gain. I'm supposed to do any more live demonstrations, but I can't help it. I love doing live demonstrations. All right, down here we have my 126 inch 1610 or 16. I don't remember which one, how I built this. Fixed frame projection screen. This is my movie theater screen. And then used to be in this environment, I used to have my 126 inch edgeless screen that was actually painted in here. It was actually on a fixed frame screen, which come back in here. I'm gonna have to use my dad now. Pre-record to get a video to pop off because the connection issue in there is absolutely insane. I've already got back my ViewSonic projector. This is the projector I was telling you that does 235.1. Over here, as you can see in my environment, fully lit environment. This is the theater slash lounge. I went with lounge because some customer came in and said, hey, what's going on in that theater room slash lounge? I thought that was a good idea to call it a lounge room because that's pretty much what it is. It's not a living room because that's the living room in there, right? I got to finally get some fish for that tank. I've been putting that off for the longest time, putting fish in that tank. So he says it's kind of a living room slash lounge. I said, you know what? You're right. We're going to go with living room slash lounge. I love how people give nicknames to areas in my house and actually go with it. Now, I want to try right now, like I said, I have a business plan with Comcast, and I'm going to have to basically pay for some Wi-Fi extenders. And they're going to have to be littered out to the backyard, and they're going to have to be littered out through the kitchen or the deck area. Because for some reason in that area, there's a dead zone in there, and I don't pick up too well in there. So I don't get it, but I will have to just pay the extra money for them to come out and install them extenders, especially in the back. Because like I said, the way the backyard is going to be set up, I want it to be live. I want you to be able to see exactly the screens we're going to have back there in real time. All right, and I want the video to be clean. So I'm going to have to spend a little money to get those extenders put back there. But let me go back real quick and explain my screen here in the theater room slash lounge. This is a screen I custom built from the ground up. It was made with scrap parts that I had laying around the shop, and the curtains and everything came from the original screen. Lights came from the original screen, and the frame itself came from parts that it was actually scrapped from one particular frame to another. All right, so on the floor, I have my Sony projector. This is my Sony short throw projector. Let's see if I can finally get into the kitchen without, sorry about that, without my signal acting up. All right, so we're gonna come over here so get a chance to show you the projector I have here. So I finally got it back. I told you I lent it to a friend because they needed a projector at the time and I gave them a loaner. So this right here is my ViewSonic projector. This projector has 235.1 capability on it. Actually, this thing has a higher contrast than what I have on the Sony. It's actually equal to the Ultima GT 5600. The Ultima GT 5600 has a 20,000 to 1. This also has a 20,000 to 1 contrast on it. Keep in mind, this projector right here is an SVGA projector at 600 by 800 res. I still can't understand how a 600 by 800 res projector is sporting a 20,000 to 1 contrast on it, but it does. It has it on here. Also, too, this projector has, like I said, 235.1. All my projectors in my shop don't have 235.1. If you're curious to see the model number of this projector, it is a PJD 5155. So projectors usually in that model have that particular form of 235.1. Anything actually under the PJD's models don't have it. So let me click you in here right like so. There we go. And I'll start the demonstration because my projector will go. Actually, my projector is sitting in eco mode 3. I'm going to show you something real quick. So I'm going to turn off my projector just for a minute. All right, and I'm going to bring it back on, and you'll see. Actually, I'll click it off just for a minute, and you'll see as I turn it off, my projector sits in eco mode 3. So that's the settings that I have it in. That's the one thing I like about the Sony. Usually with a projector, once you turn it off, it turns off. With this particular projector, I could turn it off like this and bring it right back on within minutes just by pressing a button. That's it. This projector right here has lens shifting capability, something that I've never had with any of my projectors. I've never had the ability to be able to shift the lens from left to right or up and down, but you can do it on that particular projector right there, the Sony. Now, I got that Sony out of an open box, which means the person who had it basically bought the projector, opened up the box, and decided at the last minute that they didn't want it, and they sent it back. And because it was open box, I got it for 550 bucks. Now keep in mind, that's a 720p Sony that would cost you anywhere from $1,500 just because it's a Sony. And there's a reason why. Sony's making one of the best projectors I've ever seen so far. I was a huge fan of ViewSonic. Yes, I was, due to the fact that ViewSonic had that 235.1 option. But Sony's are flawless. And keep in mind, I have an Optima GT 5600 upstairs that's full 1080p, and a Sony pretty much blows the water at 720p. That's why the Optima GT is upstairs. It was my main projector until I got the Sony. Their projectors are incredible. And on our screen paint, they are absolutely beautiful. That's why I said when I was doing a lot of my demonstrations and I had this Sony VPL FH30, I said, man, if I ever get my hands on a short throw by Sony, I'm going to snatch it up. And lo and behold, there it was. Now, with the technology, this gives me the ability to be able to use my screen in a fully lit environment. Now, upstairs, you see the 135 I have upstairs in the gaming room. This is our main screen downstairs. We use this for movies and sports and all the good stuff. Right now, the little buggers, the monsters, are at a kid's birthday party. Oh, God, they're going to be so hyped up on freaking cake when they get in. It is going to be insane. But I'm just going to feed them a bunch of fruit and have them sit down and watch the Lego movie to get them to calm down because they're going to be hyped up. So this is the reason why I had the house to myself right now. I don't have kids, but man, I tell you, those of you who have kids, I tip my hat off to you. I really do. I tip my hat off to you. I don't know how you do it. That's a full-time job on its own. Woo! Man, they come over, boy. They're a whole bunch of energy, I tell you that much. So I got the house to myself. It's nice and quiet in here. I can do a little recording. Yep, there it is. There's the screen right there. This is the one I built, like I said, out of scrap wood in the back. And the screen is actually made out of canvas. It's a canvas screen. Now, it's good to have, like I said, with a screen with the ability to have ambient rejection technology, because like I said, keep in mind, I mean, even though it's a movie room, you know, people come in here, they read, yeah, they read in here, they write and do whatever they do in here, and kids come here and they do their puzzles all over the floor and stuff like that, so it's good to be able to have the lights on too. So I'm just going to have my, sit here so you can check and enjoy my screen. You can see what I see every morning. And even in the afternoon. And you can check out my environment to see how well lit it is. Nice and well lit as it should be. I'm going to be lighting my fireplace today. It's a little chilly in here today. Got the heat up, but I don't want it to heat too high up because I still got to pay for a gas bill at the end of the day. I think the one thing my nieces, my godkids, I'm saying my godkids, when they come just watch these kind of demonstrations, they can watch this for hours and be entertained. Anything with birds, anything with fish, they love it. That's one of the biggest fears that people have when it comes to projection screens is the fact that they do not want to sit in the dark. They don't. I mean, people, like I said, they don't want to spend the money for TVs. And a lot of TVs out here are very expensive. If they do burn out or they blow out, something goes wrong, parts, and chances are those parts are going to cost what the TV is actually worth. That's why I can never understand why sometimes when I was coming, I see flat screen TV sitting out there in the trash, and someone would grab it and take it home thinking, all I can do is get the repair. What's wrong with these people? And find out that the parts cost more than the TV, and you just come off cheaper by just buying another TV. And the good thing about it is I don't have to worry about the little ones actually throwing a Matchbox car or damaging my screen, which is virtually impossible. Oops, let me hit my trot. And on. how much light we have in the environment. Let's go in a different position. Let's come over here to the side. Let's get the angle gain, which is very important. Because as I said before, a good projection screen should allow you to be able to see the screen not only in the front, but you should be able to see it head on. Now, if you notice where my short throw is, my ultra short throw, it's not sitting against the screen. Usually when it comes to most ultra short throw projectors, they're actually off the floor and they're connected right to the screen. My projector actually sits on the floor, so keep in mind it's an ultra short throw, but it's still doing a form of a long throw, because it's not exactly sitting right up on top of the screen. It's actually sitting on the floor. So it's actually doing a distance throw with an ultra short throw capability and still hitting the screen and still maintaining a picture. Let's come over here to this section over here. We're going to be switching different areas and different angles in the environment to show you that no matter where I stand in the environment, I should always be able to see that screen. Now, right now, the sale on our website. We had about 20 people come in today and take advantage of that sale. We are going to have the 1 quart 26 inches. So 1 quart is going to paint a screen size of 100-inch to 120-inch, 16:9 to 16:10. That sale, that screen paint quart is going for around 100, and I think it's $29. It does come with a free blackout cloth surface. We also have a 2 quart kit, 176. Keep in mind, both of these do come with blackout surfaces, just in case, if you don't want to paint on your wall. I couldn't, because there was actually a window there, and you can actually build and customize your own screen, as I did right here. I built and customized my own screen and used it with our coating. That 1 quart, it's going to paint a screen size from 100-inch to 150-inch, 16:9 to 16:10, and that will cost you, again, $176. It does come with free worldwide shipping. And as I said before, let me know when you come watch demonstrations, as in these high-end screens, DMP Supernova, all these expensive screens you have in the market. Let me know if you've ever seen a demonstration being done on 720p with this much lighting in the environment. They don't do demonstrations like that, especially not on 720p projectors. So that sale is going to, it's when that sale is going to officially be over. So no matter where I stand in this environment, you should be able to see that screen. Usually when we have guests that come over, they sit here and they sit here, and they can sit anywhere in the environment and they can see that screen. If I come into the front door, there's my front door here. If I stand right here and I'm coming in, I can see that screen right from here. I am in the kitchen. Hopefully our signal doesn't cut off. I'm going to walk around my table here. So if I have guests sitting at this table here, they should be able to see the screen right from there. We're going to be firing up this projector very soon. I have a screen designed for 235.1 downstairs. It's the benefit of having black technology. I do not have to be subject in the dark. You can see the house is fully lit. You see the image crystal clear. There's no fading, no tannish around the screen, nothing. Color doesn't wash out, doesn't fade. You're getting 100% contrast levels. The peace of mind to be, this is what they call being TV-like. And I've already just dropped my lights by a little bit. That's it. Makes no difference. That's how technology is. That's how your screen's supposed to react. So my guests can come over, they can read books, do whatever the heck they want to do in this lounge. And they don't have to worry about the picture quality watching out. We can watch movies all together as a group, TV shows, everything, the whole 9 yards. Why am I going to be sitting here in the dark? Because I'm afraid my screen's going to wash out on me. Good afternoon. How are you doing? I just caught you coming back. I was just going to change something really quick on the demonstration and just caught your message just a few minutes ago. How are you doing? I hope all is well with you, my friend. How are we doing today? I like to show different angles of the screen. Just move around the environment and just show you different angles. Thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate that. This is the paint we have on sale right now on the website. This is a Supreme 8 ambient light projection screen paint. This is on my Sony 720p projector. Hopefully today I'll get a chance to fire up the other projector. The projector has 235.1. I haven't done a 235.1 screen in quite a while. Look how deep the blues are. Check out the blue. Look how deep the blues are. I'll have to give you that information later on after the video is done. That model number I have for that projector is quite complicated. I think it's at the bottom of the projector. I'm not going to move the projector, but I do have that information, I think, on a previous video where I actually was showcasing the projector. I hope you're not fixated by the projector and you think that it's the projector that's making the screen look that way. Because if you are, you're going to have a big shocker when you actually buy the projector and you do the demonstration on your gray. These screens aren't white and they're not gray, they're black. There's a huge difference. That's why when I've done the demonstration with the Sony VPL FH30, the 4300 lumen projector, which is around 3 times more powerful than this projector right here, I can hit the side of a wall or a gray screen, and that screen won't react. The projector's image won't react the same way as you would if you were getting this from a black screen. I'll walk in front of the projector. You'll see that the screen is black. Anywhere I walk from the screen's black. If I were to take, let me see. If we can find something around here really quick. I'll grab a couple of sample sheets real quick. Completely forgot. Sample sheets are in the basement. Okay, notification. So we're going to go pick up something really quick. We have, let's see if I got all of them here. Cinema Gray, 5D. The difference between black technology and gray technology. So this right here is not gray screen paint. So you can see our gray from a screen paint mix. This is a name brand screen. Well, for that screen size, for is 126. 1 quart would do that with no problem because 1 quart paints up to 120. It's a 1 coat application, so it's not going. You can actually stretch out an extra 6 inches out of it. But it's a Gray Cinema Gray by Elite Screens. This screen right here would probably cost you somewhere between $800 and $900 just for 100-inch. Mine's 126 at 100, and right now the sale price for 1 quart at this right here would cost you for 100-inch would cost painted screen size of this caliber would only cost you around $129. So put that there in the center of the screen. You can see what you're getting from your from other screens. Like I said, it has nothing to do with the projector. So a lot of people think it's a projector thing. Oh, the projector is pulling that kind of image. No, it isn't. It's the technology that gives the projector that capability. So I can take an Elite screen, a Gray Cinema, which is a very popular name brand screen, and I can stick that in the center of my screen, and I can show you exactly that it's not the projector that does all the work. It's our technology. And anywhere in that screen, if any form of black contrast pulls up, then that screen is automatically going to turn tan because it's not going to have the ability to pull contrast. So it has nothing to do with the projector, unless you got a knockoff. If you got a knockoff projector, then yeah, it's definitely your projector. But other than that, mainly it's your screen. As I said before, and I said this many times in many demonstrations, that gray screens do not have the ability to produce contrast, and because of that, what colors fail, contrast fails, blue levels, all that fails right from the door. But some people ask me, some people ask me what the name of the projector is because they're probably curious about the projector. But most of the time, it's because they think it's a projector doing all the work and it's not the screen, when technically it's a screen. So that's why I go downstairs and get me a nice sample sheet of Elite screen, something so a name brand, popular screen, and I'll stick it against my screen and say, look, this is the difference between my screen paint and their screen, and this is what it does to my projector. Now, if you went and bought the same projector I had, and you hit it on one of those screens that wasn't our technology, this is what you're going to get all day long, which means in order for you to get a proper image to pull up properly, or we can just sit here in the environment, and I can look at my screen all day long, and that image is going to pull up. Let's look at it from an angle. I walk around the exact same environment like I did a few minutes ago, all you're going to see is that blinding white square in the middle of my screen. There's no contrast. I don't care if you own a Sony projector. I don't care if you own a Ronco, BenQ, whatever you own. If your screen does not have the capability of producing that image, you're not going to get it. I've been telling people this for years. I don't care how high-powered your projector is. The proper screen, you will not get the proper picture. You will not get what you would suspect to get from your projector. You won't get it. It's like the equivalence of trying to do that, the equivalence of trying to squeeze water out of a stone. Yeah, well, that Wizard of Oz poster, you can go over and you could purchase that right over on Amazon for around $7. It's a replica. It's not the real deal. If it was a replica, I have it in the real movie poster. These are just temporary movie art in the environment, but that's not the subject here. That's what we're not talking about. But thank you so much for making a comment on it. Now, not to put Elite screen in any way, not to put them down in any way, but it is what it is. Simple side-by-side demonstration, as you can see. Nope, no more projectors. We're sold out. We had the Sony VPL venue projectors. We had about 10 of them on the website. Those projectors went for $3,000 a piece. We sold them for around $800 a piece, and they sold out quick. They went less than a week. We don't have any more left. Front, so you can see a fixed frame screen at 100 inches on that cinema gray, then you're talking about at least about a good maybe $800-900. Where I can paint a 126-inch screen in my living room for the price of now, like I said, since we have the sale, at $129. They've been on the web. They've been selling on the website for the last couple of days. We just put in the new 1 gallon kit, and that 1 gallon kit comes with chasers. I have chasers in my gaming room, and they're freaking amazing. That comes with the 10x12 1 gallon, and it comes with a set of chasers. The 2 quarts just got 2 quarts of the screen paint, that gamer paint, just came back in stock. So we had that on the website, and then we had the 1 quarts. Yep, they're already on the website. For those of you who want to go the way of using white screens, and I still have customers that still use white screens. I don't know why, but they still do. That's a sample sheet of a white screen sample. This is what you get when you use an all-white screen on your projector. White screens are even worse. They're 10 times even worse. And we'll come up here and we'll get right in the center of the screen so you can see exactly what you're getting. I have some people say, well, it's not fair. You got the lights on. Well, look, I'm going to tell you something. That cinema gray right there is going to cost you a whopping $800-900. Shouldn't you think for that kind of money? I'll show you the angle. White screen doesn't pick up anything at all whatsoever. Look at those deep blues. Oh, I love this particular demonstration. Really shows those really, really deep blues. And like I said, the only way to get these screens to react right in the middle is you're going to have to turn out all the lights, block out all the window light. If your room place is going to have to be dark. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I really do appreciate that. That's why I like to do the demonstrations live. I love doing the demonstrations live because it gives you a chance to see. I mean, maybe a video may be a little choppy sometimes and my voice may be a little gritty, but I like to show it to you live, and that way you can see it in real time. Because that's one of the things I've noticed when it comes to these, and I watch these projection screen companies, big companies, I watch them. I watch their demonstrations. I see how they display their products. You do live demonstrations because that environment, like I said, the environments are not their homes. The environments are studios. And these studios are set up for the ambient light peppered out through the environment so it doesn't make too much contact with the screen. And then when you add in a very high-powered projector, like a projector of 5,000 or 6,000 lumens, short throw or ultra short throw or 4K or laser, you know, then you have the perfect environment to display a screen that you want the audience to seem that it looks magnificent. I'm not going to do that. I'm coming here and show you inside my home and show you the lighting that I have in my environment that I use every single day. I'm going to use a 720p projector, and I'm going to show you what their technology looks like against our technology in a fully lit environment. Nothing's going to be scripted. Nothing's going to be rehearsed. It's all going to be live. You're going to see it as it is. And they say ambient light controlled. Ambient light controlled environments. That particular term of protocol was used to make up for the shortcoming of screens that didn't have the capability to produce in that particular environment. That was something that was fed to you, that you had to be an ambient light controlled environment. Because that's the only way the screen would be able to adapt to some form of ambient light. You couldn't stick those screens in harsh to watch out. I bet you if you told them right now, if you call one of these companies, hey, look, I got a 720p projector, any PVP, and they'll sit there and go, no, you can't use that projector. You got to go out and get yourself at least a 4K if you want the real picture quality. We have distributorship contracts. I had to get a hold of legal to do that first, so we can actually. I left my email information in the bottom comment section. We can go from there. Okay, let's see. change this over to something else really quick. But first, let's go back. Let's step back a little bit because I want to go back into the next room. So you can see why, when I do demonstrations, why I step into the next room. This is why I move back. Because I want you to show you that you can still see our screen from sitting way back here in the next room. If the screen was white or gray, you wouldn't be able to see it. All you see is the white spots on our screen. That's it. Would be your projection screen. That's what you actually would be seeing if you had a white or gray screen. That's what you would be picking up. If you notice, you can see the detail on our screen from this distance. Let's go back to our beautiful bird demonstration that we were doing earlier. You can see it at another point of view. It's just not all fish. We'll go back to our beautiful bird demonstration. Show you the angles. I think people like the fish because the fish are relaxing. They are relaxing. Fish are very relaxing. All right, I'm going to remove these. No need for using these anymore, eh? Take those off. Look at something else. I'll step back because I want to see. We'll come back in here in the kitchen so that way you can see everything. I'd like to thank you all for taking the time to come out and enjoy the video with me. I do appreciate it. I need a bottle of water really bad. I'm thinking the monsters are home? Oh no. Oh, the monsters. Surprisingly, I don't do much gaming down on this screen right here. Majority of my gaming's done upstairs. I do a lot of gaming up here. Put in some nice, beautiful colors. I like to do the Indian because it has beautiful, beautiful colors. Just in different angles. Just going through random videos. Let's go back to the beginning on this one. Yeah, if you're curious about the Wizard of Oz poster, check it out on Amazon. I got the poster for around, I think around $7 or $8, and I got the frame for $24. I just ran some little lights to the back of it. I'm so tired. I'm so pale. Here. So you can get another point of view. Bring it up. See this ring close up. From any angle I stand, that screen should pull up with no problem. Sorry for looking from the camera real quick. Just grabbing a few things. Where's my phone at? My last one or two, and I'm out of here. So on the screen, we have 3 projection screens set up right now. On our screen, we have I think this is the Cinema Grade 5D right here. We have the Cinema Gray, and then over here we have a white projection screen sample. I should have brought that over a little bit more. Bring it a little higher up. There we go. Get up in front. Up close so you can see which one this is. This is like I said before, Cinema Grade 5D. My lead screens, and this is a Cinema Gray. And this right here is just a white projection screen sample. So now we have a screen here by lead screen that would pretty much cost you, like I said, in the price range of between somewhere of $800 to $900. This one right here is going to cost you $12, $13, $14, maybe $1,500. And this one right here is a white screen. White screens are pretty much cheap. Depending on who has their name attached to it, it's depending on what you're going to pay for it. and we'll hit the other angle over here. Like I said, if we're doing this demonstration on a high performance sample sheet, such like elite screens, there is no point in me doing this on a gray screen paint mix at all, period. All right, so before I sign off really quick, I'm sorry for moving about the house real quick, just picking up a few odds and ends. I'm about to sign off out of here. I hope you enjoyed the video demonstration. Our screen paint sale is for the 1 quart and 2 quart. Will be ending around the 10th of March. Hope you enjoyed the video demonstration. Thank you all for your time. I have to go, and God bless.